ॐ भद्रं कर्णेभिः शृणुयाम देवाः भद्रं पश्येमाक्षभिर्यजत्राः स्थिरैरङ्गैस्तुष्टुवागंसस्तनूभिः व्यशेम देवहितं यदायुः स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो वृद्धश्रवाः स्वस्ति नः पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नस्तार्क्ष्यो अरिष्टनेमिः स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्दधातु ओम शांति शांति शांतिः प्रज्ञानां शुप्रतानैः स्थिरचरनिकरव्यापिभिर्व्याप्य लोकान् भुक्त्वा भोगान् स्थविष्ठान् पुनरपि धिषणोद्भासितान् कामजन्यान् पीत्वा सर्वान् विशेषान् स्वपिति मधुरभुङ् मायया भोजयन्नः माया संख्यातुरीयं परममृतमजं ब्रह्म यत्तन्नतोऽस्मि यो विश्वात्मा विधिज विषयान् प्राश्य भोगान् स्थविष्ठान् पश्चाच्चान्यान् स्वमति विभवान् ज्योतिषा स्वेन सूक्ष्मान् सर्वानेतान् पुनरपि शनैः स्वात्मनि स्थापयित्वा हित्वा सर्वान् विशेषान् विगतगुणगणः पात्वसौ नस्तुरीयः।
Mandukya Karika with Bhashya, third chapter. We were discussing Karika 23. Read the Prastavana Bhashya of Karika 23. Nanu Ajativadinaha, etc.
ननु अजातिवादिनः सृष्टि प्रतिपादिका श्रुतिः न संगच्छते प्रामाण्यम्।
Complete.
बाढ़ं विद्यते सृष्टि प्रतिपादिका श्रुतिः सा तु अन्यपरा उपायस्सोऽवताराय इति अवोचाम। इदानीं मुक्तेऽपि परिहारे पुनश्च उद्यपरिहारौ विवक्षितार्थं प्रति सृष्टिश्रुत्यक्षराणाम् आनुलोम्य विरोधाशंका मात्र परिहारार्थौ।
But we had seen this last time. The objection is, sir, you may justify the Advaya nature of Brahma to any length, but you cannot get rid of the what? The blemish of Srishti Shruti. Shrutis very clearly mention that creation has taken place. When this is there, how your statement that there is no creation, ajativada, Srishti, the birth of Jagat is not there, how can it have pramanya? How can it have validity when clear-cut statement of the Shruti is there, creation has taken place? This is again the objection of the Purvaksha. Siddhanti says, yes, sir, we do accept that there is clear-cut statement by the Shruti that Srishti, creation has taken place. And in this context, we had already replied to you that these Shruti statements are meant for Upayaha Saha Avataraya. Chapter 3, Karika 50. All these statements of the Shrutis declaring that Jagat is born is only a means to reveal you the non-dual Brahma. So, we already answered you. Yet, again the Purva Paksha is brought. Purva Paksha and answer is given to highlight the answer from different standpoints. What is standpoint? You, Purva Pakshi, are harping on the actual statement of the Shruti that Jagat has taken place. My dear sir, whether the Jagat is born in actual means even when the Jagat is born in reality, or Jagat appears to be born falsely. In either case, the statement has to be that Jagat is born. So therefore, the statement of Shruti is that Jagat is born is applicable in both the cases. What are the both the cases? Jagat is born in reality, Jagat is born in appearance. Right? Because you have to use the only the same word, there is no other word at all. You may say appears, seemingly, etc. But born you have to say. Srishti has taken place, you have to say. So now, this being the case, Shruti has said Jagat is born. Now you have to investigate this Shruti does this Shruti say that Jagat is born in reality or in appearance? If you investigate, you'll find that it is, in spite of the statement of Shruti, it is impossible for Srishti to take place in reality, and therefore, not only that, there are many Shruti statements, they point out that such Srishti is only an appearance like Maya, magic. This is the case. Even though Shruti does speak of creation, it is not actual, it is a false. So that being the case, Shruti statements or Shrutis have no tatparya in their literal meaning. They don't say that Jagat is born in reality, because it's only a means and it has no real meaning as such. So Pramanya doesn't get eliminated, it does hold good. So therefore, the doubt is again raised and answer is being given from different standpoints. Read Karika 23.
भूततो वापि सृज्यमाने समाश्रुतिः निश्चितं युक्तियुक्तं च यत्तद्भवति नेतरत्.
भूततः अभूततः वा सृज्यमाने वस्तुनि to be added. सृज्यमाने add वस्तुनि. अपि श्रुतिः समा. श्रुतिः समा. यत् निश्चितं तद युक्तियुक्तं च. itarat na. Itarat na. It's like this. Sir, bhutataha. Bhutataha means here paramarthataha. In reality means whether Srishti Jagat is born in reality, like a seed is born as a plant or a tree. Actual, no more seed. What has got a gigantic tree? Tiny banyan seed has become a gigantic tree, banyan tree. Actually, it has taken place. Bhutataha paramarthataha. Va or abhutataha. Na bhutataha. Not paramarthataha. Not in reality. Means what? Mayaya. Falsely. It means that whether the Jagat is born in reality or falsely by Maya. In either case, say, abhutatava srijyamane vastuni. When an entity is created, when an entity is created, either in reality or falsely, Shruti is sama. Now here Shruti, you do not take the, if you take in general, Shruti means statement. The words that you speak of, sama means you have to say something is born. Whether it is born in reality or falsely, immaterial. The statement has to be such and such entity is born. Sama Shruti. Afterwards you decide whether really or falsely. But the statement of Shruti creation must be what? It is XYZ is born. So whether XYZ is born reality or falsely, from other standpoints, you have to ascertain. Samadhi. Now coming to the actual Jagat Srishti, creation of the Jagat. Say, Yat. That means Shruti has described the Srishti, Upanishads have described the creation. Two possibilities are there. One, it can be real Srishti creation. Other, it is a false creation. Now, which among these is true, correct statement? Which among these does hold good as far as Srishti being born from Advaya Brahman is concerned? If investigated, Yad means among true creation or false creation, Yad Nishchitam, whatever we have ascertained, what you have ascertained so far in the Karikas, Ekameva Dvitiyam Ajam Amrutam. All that is there is one non-dual, unborn, immortal Brahma. Srishti is nowhere in reality. This is what we have ascertained so far. This is Nishchitam Tad. That our ascertainment, other means what? Vedanti's ascertainment. Yukti Yuktam. It is given to reasoning. If you take into account all the statements of the Shrutis otherwise, with respect to the unfoldment of Brahma, see, Brahma is Advaya, Satyam, Jnanam, Anantam. It is avikari, it can never change to become a Jagat. This is what Nishchitam. And that's it, Tad Yukti Yuktam cha. It is given to reasoning. Otherwise, all other statements of Shrutis will go wrong. And Shruti also says, the same Shruti which speaks of creation does speak that it is a product of Maya. Means it is not in reality. So therefore, that yukti yuktam cha bhavati. Itaratna. Other conclusion that you brought forth. What is that? Srishti is paramarthataha. Brahman underwent change, parinama, and became Jagat. Says Itaratna. It doesn't hold good at all. So this is the truth. Now let us see the Bhashya of this Karika. Bhutataha paramarthataha.
भूततः परमार्थतः सृज्यमाने वस्तुनि अभूततः मायया वा मायाविना इव सृज्यमाने वस्तुनि समात् तुल्या सृष्टिश्रुतिः.
Srushti Shrutihi means Srishti Bodhaka Shruti. The Shruti statement which shows to us what the creation has taken place. Says, whether in reality or falsely, the wording needs to be said. No other words can be used. Srishti has taken place, this wording has to be there. So as he says, Bhutataha. Bhutataha from Karika. What is meant by that? Paramarthataha. Paramartha means parinamataha. As a change, as a modification. Brahman underwent change, modification, and in reality, what became the Jagat, like a seed became the tree. See? In this way, Srijyamane Vastuni. A general statement he makes that is applicable to Brahma. That is Vastuni Srijyamane. If a thing is created, Bhutataha means Paramartha means Parinamata. The cause undergoes modification, change, and gives rise to an effect. One possibility. Other possibility is Abhutataha, na Paramarthataha, na Parinamataha. The so-called cause doesn't undergo any change, vikara whatsoever. But Mayayava, Mayavina iva, Srijyamani, or by Mayaya. Maya can be Trigunatmika Maya or Mayavina, a magician by his trick or mantra, etc. Maya iva, like that, Srijyamane Vasuri. An entity is created not in reality, but falsely. How? By Maya, magic. By magic, how a magician produces something. From the empty basket, he what? Produces a pigeon. Like that. You do that. See, there are two types of magics. One is hand trick. Other is some magical spell is there. Either case. Srijyamane Vastuni. Sama means Tulya. Same is what? Srishti Stuti. The statement which describes that some creation has taken place has to be in terms of similar words. That is, such and such entity is born, whether born in reality or born where? In appearance falsely. But you have to say that it is born. For which Purapaksha, he says, that is true, sir. But when a statement has got two meanings, one that is main meaning, second one secondary in nature, obviously you have to take the main meaning. To speak about our context now, Shruti speaks of creation. It can be Paramarthataha in reality or Mayaya, falsely. Now, among these, which is the main one? Paramarthataha in reality. Is it not? Maya is false, appearance only. Real. You have to take real. Therefore, what? Your Shruti statements are against your Advaita truth. That is what Purapaksha wants to claim. Continue. Nanu.
ननु गौण्यमुख्ययोः मुख्ये शब्दार्थप्रतिपत्तिः युक्ता.
Nanu. See. Gauna Mukhyayoho. When the meaning is to be taken in the sense of what? Gauna, secondarily. Mukhya, primarily, mainly. Mukhye Shabdartha Pratipattihi Yukta. The acceptance always goes in favor of Mukhya Artha, primary meaning, the main meaning. What is that Mukhya? Mukhyartha Vishayini. The primary meaning, the main meaning is always acceptable. Secondarily told for something else. But generally we have to go by the primary meaning. That's what Purapaksha has to claim. Gauna Mukhyayoho, among the secondary and primary or main meaning, Shabdartha Pratipatti. Pratipatti here is acceptance, assent. So the acceptance is what? Mukhye Shabdartha Yukta is proper. To take the main meaning in the primary sense is what? Proper. This is what who says? Purapaksha. Siddhanti answers. No.
न अन्यथा सृष्टेः अप्रसिद्धत्वात् निष्प्रयोजनत्वाच्च इति अवोचाम.
Sir, no. This is not correct. This Siddhanta says. Why not so? Anyatha srishte. Anyatha srishte means a srishti which is not mayika. A srishti which is not a product of Maya. A srishti which is in reality, Srishti. Anyatha again means what? Without avidya. A Srishti from Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma, from Avikari Brahma, without the intervention of avidya, ignorance or maya, aprasiddhatva, nowhere seen, means from Brahman, no Srishti can ever emerge unless a false projection by avidya. This you cannot shake if you take into account seriously the nature of Brahma. Edi Srishti means vikara, change, modification, which is impossible, not impossible, next to impossible as far as avikari Brahman is concerned. And yet Shruti speaks of Srishti means anyatha, other than avidya, other than maya. Say Srishti avidya asiddhatva. Srishti means Srishti shabdasya. The word creation you cannot use at all unless you take into account the avidya. Again, it is nishprayojanatva. Such statements are useless. Like what? Prana Samvada in Karika 21 Bhashya, it was told. Nishprayojanatvacha iti avochama. It is useless, means these statements do not have the tatparya, the purport in those actual statements. Like Prana Samvada, the story of dialogue between the pranas, means indriyas, etc., was given. It is for some arthavada. Why? Same stories appear differently in different places. If had it taken actually, it should have been the same. It is for some other purpose. So that we have already avochama. Also, I have told you, upaya svavatāraya. There is no purpose of Srishti Shruti than to provide a means to what? Reveal you Atma Sarupa, Brahma Sarupa. Already told. So therefore, continue.
अविद्या सृष्टि विषया एव सर्वाः गौणी मुख्याः च सृष्टिः न परमार्थतः.
Continue. Remove that full stop. Continue.
सबाह्याभ्यन्तरो ह्यजः इति श्रुतेः.
Now take the Anvaya. Sabāhyabhyantaro ह्यजः iti shrutehe sarva gauni mukhya cha srishti avidya srishti vishaya eva paramarthatah na. Because of this Shruti statement, Mundaka, Sabāhyabhyantaro ह्यजः, 2, 1, 2, Mundaka. Because of this, Shruti statement from Mundaka says, Sarva all creation, whether it is Gauni or Mukhya. Be careful here, because these words are very specific words. Gauni, Gauni Srishti, Mukhya Srishti. What is Gauni Mukhya? Srishti, which is Gauna, secondarily or subjective in nature, like in the dream you were owning a car worth 11 crores. I hope more costly cars are there. I think some businessman's car is much more costly possible. Anyway, in the dream, you were owning a car worth 11 crores of rupees. This is what Gauni Srishti. This person has no money in his pocket from Borivali to go to Churchgate in the AC bus. पैसा नहीं है इसके पास. And in the dream, he was owning a such costly car. Is it true? False it is. Or a relative, this Gauni and Mukhya Srishti relative. Or Mukhya Srishti, like that is a dream it was. Like in the waking state, this is the pot, this is the tree, this is the mansion, this is the food. What says Mukhya? Relatively, what means Srishti? Means in our life, the dream Srishti and waking Srishti are what taken for example. The Mukhya cha Srishti avidya Srishti Vishaya eva. Both, sir, are created on account of avidya only. Because of avidya, Jagat has come, including your body. And in your embodiment, you are seeing the Swapna Jagat and Jagrat Jagat. And at times, no, none of these two. For all the causes, you as an individual owning a physical body is undergoing waking state, dream state, and this state, all are the products or handiwork of avidya, ignorance, of you not knowing your Sarupa. Had you known your Swarupa, neither the body is there, nor Antakarana is there, nor Jagat is there, nor Ishvara is there, nor Srishti is there. All that can remain is what? Brahman and Brahman alone. Nothing is there. You, on account of avidya, project this mind, and which mind projects the entire Jagat. In sleep, this mind is not functioning, no Jagat. In waking, it functions along with the Indriyas, more concreteness is there. In the dream, this mind functions without Indriyas, that much concrete Jagat is not there, but it is there. In sleep, mind is not functioning. It has withdrawn itself in its immediate cause, avidya, no Jagat. But in and through all these, the basis Chaitanya, which makes you aware of these srishtis, is all along there without any change, without any involvement. Sakshi, in its present it takes place. But unfortunately, we identify with these products of vidya, body, etc., and suffer the samsara. So that is the case. Avidya srishti vishaya eva. All srishti, gauna as in the dream, mukhya as in the waking, are what? With respect to avidya, not paramarthata, not in reality by Brahma undergoing a change because of such shrutis. What are those? Brahman is within, without, unborn. You can't say, okay, unborn is okay, but within, without is said. Inside, outside, with respect to what? Body. You are taken for body for granted. Yes. Because fools like you are there. Fools like you means we, the ignorant people, are there. Because we, the ignorant people, are there, Shruti, out of concern for us, to make us understand, temporarily takes for granted the body which we make mistake as I, and says, inside, outside, Brahman is there, which is never born. That never born you take into account. Inside, outside, because of our present status of mind, it told that. So that is the case, whether it is Vyavaharika Srishti, Jagat, having empirical existence in terms of Vyavahara, day-to-day dealings, or Pratibhasika Srishti, subjective creations like in the dream, both are products of avidya or maya only. Means, look here, it is true that Shruti had definitely told that Srishti has taken place. But this statement can apply to actual Srishti or so-called appearance of Srishti. Actual Srishti is impossible because of what is told about Brahma otherwise. Therefore, it is a seeming Srishti because of the cause of avidya, maya. And therefore, Srishti Shruti should not be taken in the primary sense, but only secondarily they have to be taken to. Continue. Tasma Shrutya.
तस्मात् श्रुत्या निश्चितं यत् एकमेवाद्वितीयम् अजम् अमृतम् इति युक्तियुक्तं च.
Tasma. Therefore, what is therefore? Because Srishti is the product of avidya or maya. Without avidya, possibility of Srishti is just not there. It is just impossible. And therefore, means real Srishti cannot take place. Whatever Srishti, Jagat appears to be there has to be false in nature, like your dream, which was established earlier. Therefore, Tasma, Shrutya Nishitam. Whatever that is ascertained by Shruti, what is that? Namely, Yad Ekam Eva Advitiyam Ajam Amrutam Iti. Brahma is one non-dual, because one means two will be there. No, second is not there. Advitiya, non-dual. Aja, unborn. Amruta, never destructible, indestructible. This is what Yukti Yuktam is given to reasoning, even if Shruti in its words speaks of Srishti. Means the creation that is described by the Shruti has to be product of avidya and therefore false in nature. Continue.
तदेव युक्त्या च संपन्नं तदेव इति अवोचाम पूर्वैः ग्रन्थैः.
एक अन्वय तदेव युक्त्या च संपन्नम इति पूर्व ग्रंथैः अवोचाम. तदेव, what is तदेव? Brahma is ekameva advitiyam eva. Brahma is non-dual in nature. Tadeva. Yuktya cha sampannam. Sampannam is accomplished by yukti. It is given to yukti means we have shown you Brahman being what it is. Actual Srishti is impossible to come out of that. And therefore, so that Advaya Brahma is something given to reasoning. Sampannam. It is so. Purva Granthai Avochama. Not that I'm telling you right now only. By earlier portion of this discussion, this text, Avochama, I already told you. Where, make a note, Karika 19, Mayaya Bhidyate, etc. Already told that appearance of Srishti is Mayaya. Already told. And therefore, he concludes, continue Tadeva.
तदेव श्रुत्यर्थः भवति न इतरत् कदाचिदपि.
Tadeva Shrutyartha Bhavati. The sum and substance of Shruti statement. The Tatparya of Shruti statement. In spite of speaking of Srishti, creation. Tadeva. What is the Tadeva? Brahma is ekameva advitiya aja amruta. So that is Shrutyartha Bhavati. Itarat kadachit na. By no means whatsoever. Other one. What is the other one? Srishti is actually real. No. And Brahma becomes Sadvaya. No. So therefore, this is the meaning of it. Now the question arises, how do you ascertain that, or how do you say that the ascertainment of Shruti is Advaya Brahma only? Such query is natural, which is answered by Karika. Read Bhashya Katham.
कथं श्रुतिनिश्चयः इत्याह.
Here, Katham, you can add there Adhyara. Advayam eva. Adhyara. Katham. Advayam eva. Shruti Nishchaya. Sir, how do you see that the ascertainment of Shruti is what? Brahma is Advaya Swarupa only. It can never be Sadvaya. How is that? If that is the question, Acharya, Gaudapada Acharya, is answering in the Karika 24. Read 24.
मेहनानेति चाम्नायात् इन्द्रो मायाभिरित्यपि अजायमानो बहुधा मायया जायते तु सः
Na iha nana. Put this in inverted comma. Na iha nana. Iha nana na. One statement. Iti cha. Iti cha. Then take, see the sandhi. Iti cha amnayat indraha mayabhi iti api. Now take anvaya. Cha. Again inverted comma. Indraha mayabhihi. Inverted comma closed. Iti api amnaya. Neha nana iti cha amnayat. Indraha mayabhi iti api amnayat. Again, third statement. Ajayamano bahudha. Put in inverted comma. Ajayamana bahudha. Put in inverted comma. Saha Mayaya tu jayate. Saha Mayaya tu jayate. Three Shruti quotations are given that actual creation is not possible. If at all creation happens to be there, it is by Maya Avidya. Neha nanasti kinchana. Kathopanishad 2:1-11. Iha. Where iha? In this seeming creation that you are interacting with. Na. Duality, multiplicity, plurality is not there at all. You are perceiving the Jagat. On the face of it, it is told. There is no, that means what you perceive is not real. See, you are studying Vedanta. Few things you are supposed to know. Don't ask. Then how do you experience? Only because of experience we are saying it is not there. Keep in mind, experience by itself is not the criterion of reality. It can be false. False thing can be useful also. In the dream, the hot summer, you are going somewhere in the walking in the sun, you have no water with you, and you are so thirsty. For 3 hours you are roaming here and there, not even a half glass of water you could get. You, by thirst, you were being tortured. Experience. So, but it is not real. Why? It has come, it has gone. It is beginning and say, because definition of reality means not that it is not experience. It is not forever. An entity which exists forever only can be real. We are studying the reality. It's not just pastime. We are asserting the reality, which is the solution to our problem of samsara. And all the more it needs to be taken because that is our swarupa. Even you need not have meharbani of Ishvara. Even Ishvara cannot snatch away your swarupa. On the contrary, he is all the time eager to make you discover your swarupa. He is ready to help you in all respects if you ask for it. But nobody can snatch away your swarupa, Paramananda swarupa. And yet I suffer samsara. That is why it is all the more necessary to discover this. So it's not a pastime. So that being the case, it says, in this experiential world, in reality, nana is not there. Duality is not there. There's a passing phase, comes and goes. But what is all that time is that basis, that foundation, that adhisthana, which enables you to have this passing experience of Jagat. If that basis were not there, it is next to impossible for you to have this experience. Not next to impossible, you and the entities yourself cannot exist. So therefore, don't say that with experience. That's because experience we have to tell you all these things. If it was not experience, it's tucham. Non-existent forever. We have nothing to do with that. Problem is samsara is because truly not there, but it actually haunts us. If at all samsara sorrow is not there, where is the question of moksha? Bondage itself is not there. If real bondage is there, what can do? Even Ishvara cannot do anything at all. You have to put up with that. Abba. Bondage is false. Therefore, what? Freedom is possible. Provided, of course, we are available and we are ready to take to the means as told by the Shastra. Not simply Sunday evening satsang. Mandukya Karika is going on. Let me see what it says. We'll get some punya, but not moksha, because it is not Atma Jnana, Aparoksha Jnana, Aparoksha Anubhuti is not there. So that means the case, Nana. Iticha Ahamnayat. By such statement of Shruti. Again, other Shruti. Vrihadaranyaka 2:5-19. Indraha Mayabhi Pururupaha Iyati. Indraha, this is not Devendra, not the king of deities, Parameshwara Paramatma. Actually, Indra is the name of Paramatma which is given to the Devendra. Idandraha. Actually, it is Idandraha. The nickname is Indra. He saw this Swarupa, Brahma Swarupa. That Indra Paramatma. Mayabhi. Because of the different types of Maya product, the embodiment, different embodiment. Pururupaha. Bahurupaha. Having many forms as it were. iyate, pratiyate is perceived experience. Paramatma is one without second. Yet, because of Maya, avidya, appears as many. What does it mean? Real Srishti has not taken place. In reality, there is no multiplicity, means reality, this creation has not taken place. Iti api amnaya. This statement of Shruti also Brihadaranyaka. Third one from Taittiriya Aranyaka 3:13. Ajayamanaha Mayaya. Ajayamanaha Bahudha add Vijayati. This is actual statement. Ajayamanaha means what? Vastutaha Janma Shunya. Vastutaha Janmataha Shunya. In reality, who has no birth means birthless. You know, I don't know nowadays. Olden days, many decades back, when TV were not there, only All India Radio was there. Not many channels, only All India Radio. On Ramnavami day, noon time, function used to be there of the Rama Janma. You say, Ajanma Janma se ala. I hope you have understood the meaning. The birthless has taken birth. It has a false birth only. Because they are contradictory. Because no birth, they are birthless, and you say he has got birth. That's how it is. It is not true birth. So, ajayamanaha, vastutaha janma shunya. In reality, birthless. Bahudha vijayate is born manifold ways, means appears to be born manifold ways. Iticha, by such amnayas, you say what? Saha, visaha, atma, mayaya, by maya. Tu in the sense emphasis. Eva, only by maya, jayate, is born. Means what? In reality, he is not born at all. In reality, he is not born at all. So this being the case, the Shruti itself ascertains the Advaya nature of Brahma Atma. We'll see the Bhashya of this next time.
स्वस्ति प्रजाभ्यः परिपालयन्तां न्याय्येन मार्गेण महीं महिषाः गोब्राह्मणेभ्यः शुभमस्तु नित्यं लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु काले वर्षतु पर्जन्यः पृथिवी सस्यशालिनी देशोऽयं क्षोभरहितः ब्राह्मणाः सन्तु निर्भयाः ॐ सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतङ्गमय ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरिः ॐ श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ।